from Soldier Field in Chicago. It's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Hester will get a shot. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Second and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And all that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. First carry now for Chris Evans. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 40-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And to give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is indeed good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returnable here for Hester. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
Going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Sliding out of the pocket. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, You could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
2nd and 3. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 79 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bears' 31-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. The play action fake. They'll look. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's a gain of 10. And the Broncos first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to number 85. A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. That caught by Tremble. And he will have a Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. 90 yards on the ground for him so far.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Hester will get a shot. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
A successful screen pass is well choreographed, but this one just didn't come together at all. Couldn't get the blocking aligned, the timing, everything was off. Let's give a little credit to the defense for finishing off that play for no yardage.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
2nd and 1. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that one almost intercepted. Well, he's got 2 already, nearly a third, but not to be, and it's 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Hunter Nice-Swander on to punt now on 4th down. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports